Certo, parece que aquele lugar é o lugar de transição, onde termina a floresta de Sumeru e começa o deserto. É pra lá que a gente vai, Paimon? Voando! Rebate de caravanas. Olá, pessoal. Tudo bem com vocês? Apenas um viajante passando. Ninguém muito importante. Não reparem em mim.
We finally made it to Caravan Reebok. It's pretty lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh?
Atravessando essa parede é o deserto.
Oh, wow.
Parece que sim, Paimon.
Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel.
Essa é a muralha de Samiel?
Block sandstorms from the outside.
Feita para bloquear as tempestades de areia. Ah, interessante.
The divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
Deve ser obra do trabalho divino da Lorde Maior Rukkhadevata, não é? Realmente incrível. Nada mal. Pera, o Raitan que passou aqui? Não esperava ver você aqui.
What the? Where did he go? How did we lose?
Pelo jeito ele estava sendo procurado, para variar.
Who are they working for this time? Anyway, traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
Peraí, eles estavam seguindo era a gente?
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago.
Eu não vi que a gente estava sendo seguido, desculpe.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert.
Sugere pra gente ir pra Vila Aro?
Resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
Ah, você tá indo pra lá também? Tá bom, a gente pode ir junto.
It's always better to travel with someone you know.
Tá bom. Parece que a gente ganhou um companheiro de viagem temporário pra mim. Ponto de teleporte desbloqueado. É hora de colocar o pé na estrada. Território não explorado. Oh, o deserto, aí vamos nós. Quero ver as paisagens que a gente vai encontrar. A vida nativa. Os ares. Os ventos. Tá meio nevoado no momento. Será que é por causa da areia? Eita! Apareceu do nada os cogumelinhos. Saiam de perto. Eu tenho um destino. A Vila Aro. Vocês não vão me impedir. Obrigadinho. Eu vou pegar esse tesouro também. E lá vamos nós. É só seguir reto. Talvez a gente tenha que escalar um pouco. Pera aí, aquilo é um escorpião? Caramba, um escorpião gigante. Eita. Olá. Você é interessante. Você não é agressivo, né? Ele é agressivo. Ok. Anotem isso. Não se aproximem de escorpiões. Ai, meu Deus. Lá vem os bandidos. Sai. Vamos dar um pé, Paimon. Eu não tenho tempo para lidar com vocês. Olha, uma estátua do 7. Ah, será que é aqui que é a Vila Aro? É ela mesmo. A gente chegou rapidinho. Nada mal. Olha como é que o céu tá estrelado. Interessante. Olha aí o mapa sendo revelado. A gente vai ter todo esse deserto para explorar agora. Legal.
Before us lies Aru Village,
A Vila
the safe
Aru.
haven of the desert folk.
Refúgio para o povo do deserto.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place!
É um lugar bem interessante. O vilarejo foi construído entre os canyons do deserto. Deve ser para proteger da areia e dos ventos fortes, né? Eita! O que eu te fiz, rapaz? É o sino, não é? Eita, tá tretando com o Raitão. Porque eu não sei. Caramba! Sino. É assim que se pronuncia.
We have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Gostaria de me esclarecer sobre quando e como eu provoquei a ira do General Mahamatra?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Qual é a rixa entre o Sino e o Alhaitan?
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Ele se denomina como dos Matras. O que isso significa?
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Alhaitham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Você chamou ele de General Mahamatra.
Yes. General Mahamatra.
General Mahamatra
Head
Sino.
of all the Matra at the academia.
Chefe de todos os Matras da
He's a
academia.
formidable hunter and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
Ele é um caçador formidável e um pesadelo para qualquer um que tenha cometido crimes acadêmicos. Ele é tipo um executor da academia. Não sei se ele é diretamente ligado da academia ou se ele, digamos, é um mercenário contratado pela academia para punir alguém que desobedeça as regras.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Alhaitham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth.
O Sino não confia muito no Alhaitan, pelo jeito.
I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek.
Has Alhaitham done something wrong?
O que o Alhaitan fez de errado?
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Alhaitham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person.
Jogue fora a cápsula de conhecimento divino que você está escondendo. Ah, será que é isso?
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
O Alhaitan estava com uma cápsula de conhecimento escondida.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No final das contas, então, o Alhaitan conseguiu pegar essa cápsula.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance.
Parece que o Sino estava operando sozinho também.
Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to...
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh.
Parece que esses dois são cheios de segredos.
Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
Well, look at you two.
Eita! Olá, Areia. Que bom te ver.
Wait, Dia?
Olha o sorrisinho dela. Olha. Olha que belezura.
Great! Finally, someone that we can trust. You gotta help us out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting again.
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village?
Como ousam trazer tais disputas banais pro refúgio como a Vila Aru?
It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
Ih, a Areia tá querendo colocar moral aí.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong. Is this a sandstorm?
Tempestade de areia?
Punch? Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover!
Olha, é a Candace.
Someone's calling for us.
Todo mundo tá aqui.
The wind is too strong.
That sounded like Candace. Come
Candace.
on, you two. Gee,
All right, stop yelling.
Hora de refugiar da tempestade. Tá bom. Olha aí. Tava todo mundo brigando, agora a gente tá comendo um lanchinho. Não é melhor assim? Esses três vão ficar se encarando o tempo todo?
Well, this is pretty awkward.
Concordo, Paimon.
Hey, wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy.
O ar tá tão denso e pesado.
Anymore.
Paimon mal consegue continuar flutuando. Eu compreendo, Paimon. Eu também tô preocupado de ficar no meio desses três.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down.
Pensando bem, Paimon, esse é um ótimo lugar. Eu acho que a gente devia ficar muito tempo aqui.
Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Candace. Guardiã da Vila Aru. Muito prazer, Candace.
Come at last. Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Oh, que moça gentil. Não hesitou em convidar a gente pra dentro pra fugir da tempestade de areia.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started.
Então ela, como guardiã desse lugar, tava de olho na treta que tava acontecendo. Ela quer proteger o povo de todo perigo.
And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us.
Ouviram? Vocês acabaram de chegar no vilarejo, então nada de causar problemas.
So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Entendi. Se alguém causar problema, é rua. Vai ter que dormir na tempestade.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
all right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, Which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself.
Tá bom, pode explicar aí, Saino. O que estava acontecendo?
While Alhaitham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
O Saino escolheu se exilar dos outros Matras.
Huh?
Por quê?
Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress.
Ele se exilou porque ele descobriu que tinha alguma coisa errada com os registros da academia. A academia não estava sendo muito transparente com os projetos dela.
As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself.
E quem estava alterando os registros era ninguém menos do que o grande sábio Azar. Azar, olha o nome do cara. Ele pronunciou como, hein? Azar?
I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request. But I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us.
Você não tem o direito de nos julgar porque o poder do General Mahamatra é dado pelos sábios. Então os sábios da academia estavam nesse projeto aí duvidoso, alteraram os registros e não deixaram o Saino fazer uma auditoria. Falaram pro Saino ficar na dele e não se envolver muito. Entendi porque que ele se exilou.
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today. I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way,
Ele achou mais sensato
see nor predict my actions.
sair de perto das coisas da academia antes que os sábios fizessem alguma coisa contra ele.
I will never give up on this investigation.
Mas está
There's no
continuando a
need for someone
investigar
else to give me
sozinho.
power or
Interessante.
authority. Once
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary. Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a target?
Bom, o Al-Haitan também não está operando sobre as ordens dos sábios da academia. Então, eu não sei por que eles teriam um motivo para ficar brigando. A não ser que o Al-Haitan tá com essa cápsula de conhecimento divino. Que talvez seja uma coisa que ele não deveria ter em mãos.
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham?
Os sábios falaram para o Al-Haitan investigar o viajante loiro. E o Sino ficou sabendo disso.
What?
Então peraí, o Al-Haitan tá espionando a gente?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the divine knowledge capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the traveler.
Alhaitham?
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
O sábio prometeu pra ele que se ele conseguisse completar a missão de vigiar o viajante, ele ia ter acesso à cápsula de conhecimento divino.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about
Mas
it.
ele não confia nos
Isn't
sábios.
it a little strange they're so willing to share
Tá bom.
divine knowledge with anyone,
Agora eu entendi.
even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the divine knowledge capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
Então, o plano dos sábios era depois que o Raitan fizesse a investigação dele, eles iam usar alguma coisa, provavelmente através do terminal a caixa, para fazer o Raitan enlouquecer. E aí não precisar pagar ele com nada.
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear, so it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the divine knowledge cap.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidence.
Even though I ran into the traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance. You were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true. Al-Haytham helped us out at
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the divine knowledge capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied.
Então ele pegou a cápsula de conhecimento divino, escondida, porque ele acha que ela é muito perigosa. Ele não quer que ela caia nas mãos de qualquer um. Faz sentido.
After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
Parece que a curiosidade provou ser a coisa mais perigosa dessa nação. Nem brinca.
You should be well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Os sábios contaram alguma coisa do projeto pra você?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the academia.
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence.
Então nenhuma informação nova pra gente.
For now.
As you wish.
Pelo menos os dois parece que vão ficar em paz, pelo menos por enquanto.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about, my situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the traveler. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to our village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to it, but then I saw these two random guys.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds...
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Que barulho é esse?
Whoa! What was that sound?
Isso mesmo, Paimon.
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Pera aí, ela fala tão casualmente. Eu vou só ali fora dar um jeito nas criaturas do deserto e já volto.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage.
Ela tá falando tão tranquila. Eu vou ali, só lutar contra os monstros, já volto.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
Ela é muito forte, tá bom, se você tá falando, Deia.
The winds died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though.
A Candice ainda não voltou.
Right? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried.
A gente vai ficar aqui sem fazer nada, é melhor lá dar uma olhada nela. Às vezes ela tá precisando de ajuda. Olha ela ali.
Oh, Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Ela ficou um tempão lutando aí com as criaturas.
Yes. They just keep coming in waves.
Eles não param de vir.
I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Here comes another wave!
Outro!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the flame main in action. I'll leave these to you then.
A leoa flamejante, esse que é o título da Areia.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Vamos lá! A gente já lidou com esses cachorrinhos várias vezes.
Shine down!
Nossa, mas esses aqui tem bastante vida mesmo. Lá vem mais. Que tal isso aqui? Haha.
The creatures stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
Foram os últimos.
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Ninguém se machucou? Acho que não.
Huh? Who are you?
Mas quem que é você?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands. I am the chief of Aru village.
Ah, ele é o chefe da
Everyone
vila.
usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
Tio Anpu.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
Boa pergunta, Sino. É comum ter essa tempestade cheia de monstros aí?
I can't say they've always been common.
Não.
But recently, the storms have become increasingly severe.
Elas estão ficando cada vez mais severas e frequentes. Tem alguma coisa alterando o clima do deserto.
Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get
Também
earthquakes.
terremotos.
According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural
Esses fenômenos naturais anormais estão relacionados ao definhamento da Irminsul. Tá tudo ligado. Muito bem! Então a gente não só pisou no deserto, como topamos com o Raitan, o Sino, a Areia e a Candace aqui na Vila Aru. A gente descobriu que tá tudo ligado. As tempestades de areia, terremotos, com o definhamento da Irminsul. Tá tudo interligado. A gente tem que continuar a investigação e descobrir como é que a gente vai fazer para curar a Irminsul. E resgatar a Narida também. Oh, temos muito trabalho.